Hey, welcome to an episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. My first beer review back from Key West, and doing a completely northern beer today. This is a Redhook Blonde Golden Ale. I don't know if Golden Ale is part of the name or not. I actually reviewed this beer like January of 2009, and I didn't like it. And it was Alex Kopp, who's the lead brewer for Redhook's Portsmouth, New Hampshire brewery, who saw that review and some of the other reviews I did at the time and said, hey, you just were drinking old beer, so, and he gave me this and a couple other, well, he gave me a whole mix pack of fresh Redhook beers to re-review. So thank you, Alex, for the beer. Using my old Saratoga pint glass. I think it's the first time I've used this since that beer festival. There's no description on the bottle at all. I hate that. I mean, like, it's nice to have a bottling date, but I like it when brewers at least put the ABV on the bottle, you know. But, you know, some go all out and put a whole description and everything, like Southern Tier. So I printed off their webpage here. Let me read this really quick. Redhook Blonde combines the best attributes of a flavorful golden ale with the refreshing qualities of a lager. The ale is brewed with 3 different malts and 2 hop varieties. Lightly roasted barley and a touch of wheat combined with an ample portion of hops creates a truly crowd-pleasing beer. Redhook Blonde pairs with medium flavored foods such as fish, nachos, or salad. Available year-round, 5.3% ABV. For malts, they use pale, wheat, caramel, Carapils, Munich, and Vienna. Hops, we got Willamette and Saz. And 24 IBUs. So, I actually, this is the third beer in the mix pack, and I actually did drink the other 2, so I already know what I'm going to say about it. So hopefully this will be a quick review here. Oh, and did you like the metal remix of the theme song? Thanks to user Rad Walls for doing that. I'd like to get somebody to do an actual cover of the song. That'd be pretty cool. So, anyways, back to the Redhook. I mean, I got a pretty aggressive pour there, and it's like, you know, what, 1.5, 2 finger head, and it's fizzling away already, like kind of like a lager. I mean, it kind of looks like a lager. I mean, like more of a high quality lager because it's like a very dark amber color, bordering on orange, pretty effervescent, and I can just tell the head's fizzling away just by looking at it. It's, you know, white, off-white, soapy smell. It smells like a pretty generic beer. I mean, it just smells like that typical beer smell, like when you walk into a beer store, like the beer section of the supermarket. I mean, it's a little sweeter. It's not as grainy as like a macro lager. You know, it's actually, it's like maybe a touch weedy and like a touch of like some citrus or some kind of light fruit in there. You know, not a whole lot of appealing about the aroma or whatever. So let's give it a taste. Well, I mean, it's pretty refreshing. That's pretty good. As far as, you know, overall palate, not a whole lot going on here. I mean, it's very Pilsner-like, but it's not a Pilsner. It's actually kind of hard to categorize it. I mean, technically it's an ale, but it does drink more like a Pilsner or a Kolsch, something like that. If I really reach for it, I can get kind of like what I said in the nose, like a lighter fruit kind of taste of maybe peach or apricot. Other than that, it's just kind of has like a dry, malty overall palate. You know, nothing particular that sticks out, you know, in my mind about it. Feels like kind of thin in the mouth. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to say it's watery because it doesn't really taste watery, but I mean, it doesn't really have a lot of taste of anything else either. Just not a whole lot going on here. I mean, I'm drinking this like very cold. And it's nice and thirst quenching, refreshing on a hot night like this. But I want something with more flavor. Like I said, I already drank the other two, so I already knew what to expect. And I think I like it maybe a little bit more now than I did last year. I think last year I might have given it like a C-, which would be like a 3. I think this year I'd probably go 5 this year. It's an average beer. Kind of indifferent to it. It's highly, highly drinkable. This is a pretty good starter quasi craft beer. I could give this to any of my macro drinking buddies and they'd slug this down with no problem. And you get a little bit more flavor than you would out of a Budweiser, but there isn't a whole lot there. There's nothing about it that's repulsing me or turning me off, but there's really nothing about it that's really piquing my interest or anything. So, yeah, sorry, Alex. I just don't really think this is that good of a beer. It's a nice summer refreshing beer, that's about it. So, anyways, I'm kind of rambling here. So, 5 out of 10 for Redhook Blonde Golden Ale. It's an average beer. And I actually kind of think that rating is a little generous, but thanks again to Alex for the beer. I do have one more Redhook to go, which I guess is saving the best for last. So that does it for this episode. Remember to subscribe to my new channel, youtube.com/chadsbeerreviews, because I will be moving all the beer reviews over to that channel. Not sure if I'm going to delete them off this channel or what, but the tone or the direction of Chad 976 is going to be going in a new direction over the next few months. So be sure to check out Chad's beer reviews. So anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.